Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon, and guess what? The guy who's been running Wizards of the Coast for the last couple of years over at Hasbro is now in charge of all of Hasbro. Very interesting development, not really surprising, but Hasbro's stock not doing so good today on the news. It's kind of dropping. Of course, he's replacing Brian Goldner, who was the president of Hasbro for a while and sort of ushered in the, I guess, the movie era of Hasbro. We'll see what the Dungeons and Dragons guy can do. Chris Cox. Chris Cox, yes, that is his name. So the WotC president is running all of Hasbro right now, and I have concerns. I have concerns given the quote-unquote woke direction that Dungeons & Dragons has taken over the last couple of years. In particular, are we going to see more wokeness throughout all of Hasbro's toy lines, all of their brands? Probably. That seems to be the way of things. We're going to talk about that. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 250,000 subs. Thank you so much for the support, greatly appreciated. Speaking of support, if you'd like to support Clownfish Studios, go to clownfishsupport.com. We're setting up a new membership Patreon type thing right through YouTube directly, and this will help us with our future projects. Again, thank you very much to those of you who have subscribed on our other channel, and as always, to those of you who subscribe on our main channel. So let's talk about this. This is coming from ICV2 now. You'll recall that Brian Goldner, the former boss at Hasbro, passed away sadly. I think it was in October. I want to say October of last year. They had an interim CEO running the company, and now they brought in the WotC boss to run everything. Coming from ICV2, Wizards of the Coast president Chris Cox has been appointed Chief Executive Officer of Hasbro and will join the board of directors, the company announced after the close on Wednesday. Again, I'm not sure if this had anything to do with their stock dropping, but their stock did drop over the last couple of days. Maybe people doesn't think he has what it takes. I have no idea. Cox will take on his new position on February 25th, replacing interim CEO Rich Stoddart, who was appointed after the October death of longtime Hasbro CEO Brian Goldner. Stoddart will become chairman of the board. Somebody's apparently been paying attention, as WotC's growth and profitability have been dominating Hasbro's numbers. In Q1 2021, the WotC segment accounted for 75% of Hasbro's total profits. So Magic and D&D are making a shit ton of money right now. Now, here's where it gets interesting, because there have been rumors for a number of years, at least going back 3 or 4 years, going back to, this is 2018, January of 2018, that Hasbro was prepping WotC to sell them, that they were going to potentially sell them off to a studio or maybe a Chinese company or something. I don't know what's going to happen at this point. Again, having the boss of Wizards in charge of Hasbro probably does buy them more time. Now, they weren't selling Wizards because they were losing money. It was quite the opposite. They wanted to sell Wizards when they were riding high, and they could cash out big time. Because, I don't think we're ever going to see another year like we had last year with the pandemic, with tabletop gaming numbers being through the roof. And of course, a lot of fans now, kind of turning on WotC. Not real happy with all of this discussion about, racism and D&D and all of that. And we've already seen, Hasbro make some decisions, that didn't go very well with some people. Mr. Potato Head losing the Mr. and just becoming Potato Head. There is a Mr. Potato Head in the Potato Head line, but you know what I'm saying. Like, people were noticing in the last couple of years, especially, that Hasbro has definitely taken a left turn. And some parents are not happy. Gamers are not happy. And I don't know, again, maybe investors aren't that happy either because the stock is dropping. We'll see what happens. The video game background of Cox, who took over at WotC from Greg Leeds in 2016, may have been appealing to the board, which is looking to expand exploitation of its properties in gaming and entertainment. Yeah, WotC's been, I believe, reorganized to do more digital stuff right now. Chris's extensive omni-channel experience and proven track record make him the ideal leader for Hasbro as it continues to become the world's leading play and entertainment company. Current Hasbro board chair Tracy Leinbach said of the appointment, a storyteller and gamer at heart, Chris innately understands how to create and nurture brands to drive fan and consumer connection across channels, Stoddard said of Cox. In related news, Eric Newman, current Hasbro Chief Consumer Officer and COO of Hasbro Consumer Products, will become Hasbro President and Chief Operating Officer. A new president for WotC will be named in the coming weeks. The company said in its announcement, won't be Ernie Gygax, I can tell you that. They're not going to call Ernie up to run WotC. Yeah, so this is a really interesting development. I wonder if the audience that Wizards has courted, if they're going to have a huge problem with a white dude running Wizards right now, when they've definitely been making such a big deal about race and such a big deal about sexual identity in D&D. It's going to be really interesting to see if that kind of bites them in the ass. I don't know. Pretty interesting stuff going on here. But yeah, I'm really wondering what this is going to mean for the long term for Wizards. Because again, this isn't us making it up. This has been multiple sources saying for 3 years that the plan was for Hasbro to sell Wizards, and then the pandemic happened, and the plan still could be for Hasbro to sell Wizards, cash out while they can. But, we don't know. Don't know what's going to happen now, for sure. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.